This Week in Virtualization, the weekly newscast from SearchServerVirtualization.com, with Colin Steele and Keith Kessinger.
Welcome to the March 12th edition of This Week in Virtualization. I'm site editor Colin Steele.
And I'm assistant editor Keith Kessinger.
In our top story, VMware's acquisition of SpringSource is starting to bear fruit. From now through May 10th, SpringSource will give away its TC Server Spring Edition to VMware customers. TC Server is a lightweight version of Apache Tomcat, which makes it easier to virtualize than some other Java application servers. It's not something that a lot of organizations are doing now, but it's clearly part of VMware's long-term plans for SpringSource. VMware acquired the application development company in August for $420 million, and Gartner estimates that 2 million Java developers use the Spring platform. VMware is trying to move beyond virtualization to become a full platform vendor, and SpringSource is a big part of that, as is Zimbra, the hosted email provider that VMware acquired in January. Some say it's kind of risky for VMware to expand its focus now, given the threat from Microsoft Hyper-V. But VMware knows we'll have to explore new areas for growth because virtualization is becoming more of a commodity. The new SpringSource promotion, called Spring on VMware, offers 2 free licenses of TC Server Spring Edition and 60 days of support with any qualifying purchase of VMware vSphere, vCenter, ThinApp, or View. The server comes out next month and will retail for $750. In other news, the next version of Oracle VM is expected to come out this spring, giving the software giant its best chance yet to compete in the virtualization market.
On the phone now to talk more about Oracle virtualization is Barb Darrow, our senior news director. Hey, Barb.
How you doing?
Good, thanks. So what's the consensus out there in terms of Oracle's chances in the virtualization market?
In some Oracle shops, there's some feeling that it's got some credibility, especially with the new release coming out. And if they can save a little money over VMware, they might give it a shot. However, in other Oracle shops, there is some resistance to this because they are resisting Oracle's push to get them to dedicate more of their IT to Oracle. I mean, Oracle has got this huge push on to offer appliances that will bundle Sun hardware with Solaris and Oracle middleware and applications. And there are a lot of shops out there that don't want to commit so much to one vendor, especially for very pricey machines. So I guess if you're already in an Oracle shop and you want to save money over VMware server virtualization, Oracle VM has a shot. But Oracle has to behave well in those accounts and also prove that the Oracle VM is ready for prime time.
Does Oracle have any chance of catching on in shops who are just looking for a point virtualization solution as opposed to one of these bundles?
Probably not in non-Oracle shops, and probably not in shops where there is an IT staff that oversees the entire infrastructure. But there are a lot of shops out there where there is an Oracle group that's doing the database and monitoring the applications. And in those shops, I think it has a chance of displacing VMware, mostly because Oracle's making it so difficult to run VMware in Oracle shops with its licensing.
And finally, can you talk a little bit about how Oracle plans to use cloud computing to help itself out into the virtualization market?
Well, if you look at the past history, Oracle has been a pioneer in grid computing, and Oracle, to its credit, has also jumped into software as a service. It's offering its own CRM as a software as a service, probably in response to Salesforce.com. But Oracle has some credibility issues in that, Larry Ellison has been out there disparaging the notion of cloud. He has some good points, but he's also kind of miffed a lot of people, and he's led to a feeling that Oracle doesn't get the whole notion of shared infrastructure. I'm not sure that's fair. But in terms of databases and provisioning infrastructure for clouds, Oracle's got a lot of the pieces in place. I don't think it's going to become a whole I don't think it's going to become a whole platform as a service provider, though. I think Oracle wants to sell infrastructure plumbing into other cloud providers. That's my take, anyway.
Senior News Director Barb Darrow, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Attention IT managers. It doesn't matter if you're just getting into virtualization or if your entire business has been virtualized for years. SearchServerVirtualization.com has all the resources you need to get the most out of this rapidly growing technology. Our tips come from some of the most respected experts in the field, and our experienced news staff and bloggers will keep you up to date on the latest developments in the market. Get all of this and more at searchservervirtualization.com.
Welcome back. VMware just launched VMware Labs, a site where VMware engineers can post projects for virtualization enthusiasts to download and tinker with. The site is kind of modeled after Google Labs, a site where Google debuted many of their web apps. VMware calls the projects on the site flings. As of right now, there are 10 flings posted, all of which are free. One such fling, called VMware Guest Console, is a GUI tool that allows administrators to manage OSs inside a VM. So, for example, an administrator can list the running processes, perform basic file system operations, and show guest statistics, among other things. So check out VMware Labs when you get a chance to get a glimpse of what VMware has in store down the road. And that's all the time we have for now. I'm Keith Kessinger.
And I'm Colin Steele. Thanks for tuning in to This Week in Virtualization.